A very, very quick reminder in case any of you are wondering what we're doing here, and a reflection on the past 6 months for those of you that have just lived through it. Just as a reminder, BridgeAI is a collaboration between Innovate UK, the STFC's Hartree Centre, Digital Catapult, British Standards Institute, and the Alan Turing Institute as well. A brief refresher, we did not only do the Turing Way Practitioners Hub, we also had bespoke advice for SMEs that we offered through our independent scientific advice program. We delivered the AI Skills for Business framework that I highly recommend checking out. That is published online now. We also produced a number of different resources on AI governance, deep dive resources looking at governmental policy, and one of our team was kind enough to give our experts in residence a deep dive summary webinar, as deep as you can go in an hour on AI regulation as part of the course. And we also have a number of self-directed upskilling courses that you can access online that will be online for free, accessible forever, or as long as the internet persists. In case you were wondering what the Turing Way was, if you are new in this room and you have not encountered this before, this is a community-led project on data science and AI practices. We're an open source, open collaboration, globally distributed community. We have contributors all the way from Asia and Australia all the way through to the west coast of the US. We work together to make data science and AI accessible, reproducible, and beneficial, and the experts in residence in the room have benefited from us reusing a lot of the resources that have been developed for the Turing Way as part of the materials for the Practitioners Hub. It's not just a book, it's a community, it's an open source project, and it's also a culture of collaboration. And if you are interested in finding out more, you can head to those links, or you can come and talk to me. Please do also pick up some of our rather snazzy holographic stickers that are outside on the tables. If there's one thing we know what to do with, it's merch. And if you're an expert in residence, please also see Lele at the end of the day for some very special limited edition socks. They are one size fits all and one design suits all. As a reminder, the Turing Way Practitioners Hub took a systematic approach for enhancing expertise, building strategic insights, and improving readiness for small, medium enterprises to co-adopt AI and industry best practices. We really wanted to spend time and effort bringing together a cohort of inspiring leaders to enable their organizations to lead innovative, community user-centric and ethical data science and AI businesses. And it has been fantastic. Every cohort we run, I learn more from the organizations that take part. And it's been a delight to work with all of the people in the room who've been a wonderful and fantastic engaged cohort. I'm going to skip over this because we have we're going to hear from them, but just a huge shout out to the Practitioners Hub cohort of 2025-26. These are all the companies that joined at the beginning of the year, well, the beginning of our year, which was September 2025, and I'm delighted to see so many people in the room now. You can find all that all online. And as a brief reminder, in case anybody had forgotten or hasn't seen this slide before, our curriculum spread out over 4 main areas. We started with knowledge mapping, so looking at stakeholder mapping, systems design thinking, and an engagement strategy. We then looked at AI opportunities, thinking about digital readiness and AI readiness, and also looking at an online workshop covering the risks, rewards, and responsibilities, so the consequences of adopting AI in particular settings, and the potential for personas or different types of people to impact that and have influences on the outcomes. We looked at ethics for innovation, so why should businesses do ethical AI? Aside from it being the right thing to do, are there incentives to do that? We dug into that and both the legal, governance, and regulatory aspect as well. And then we finished up with a roadmap development module looking at open innovation, our AI strategy and roadmap, and then also real-world deployment, which is where the folks on the course have been sharing their knowledge in knowledge exchange sessions as well. It's multimodal, so we've done workshops and training, most of which has been online, so we're glad that we can bring you all back together at the end of the cohort to celebrate in person. We focused on knowledge exchange, not just between the cohort, but we also had some of our independent scientific advisors run clinics, covering everything from IP to speech and audio data by way of data readiness. And we also have our case studies that are so close to being ready to publish online, but did not quite make the deadline, unfortunately. The case studies are loading. These are collaborative. They're developed with a technical writer and with the experts in residence driving the content, the format, the challenges they want to explore. And as Vera mentioned, these are inspirational for people right across the globe who read them and get insight from them about what's actually working in terms of AI adoption out there in the real world. How are people solving challenges? It's one of the ways that people can de-risk their own adoption journey by sort of validating their particular strategic approach as well. So these are some of the previous case studies. Do head online to see them. Our case, it will be available on Zenodo at that link, and we will definitely make sure to share that on social media once everything is live. I have a few of them in draft staged, but we're not quite ready to go live just yet.